Okay, I've been playing a bit with my pages and I'm doing a bit more. I thought I'd come on and show you. I've just added some more French knots to this one and sort of gone all the way down there. This one I've done my stem stitch, which you saw me start, and then I put some crosses at the middle of that one, added some more waves, and I've also finished doing all of my pages, the bases. So I've got this, and somehow some of them are bigger than others. Who knew that was going to happen? So we have a lot of pages sort of prepped that we can just add to. This one I've done some stitching on already, and this one, which I've put a big doily tablecloth sort of thing and just gone over it with some stitching. So as you can see, oh, and the other one that you've seen already that I've finished. Look at this. How yummy is this book going to be? And we haven't even put any pockets and things in. So I thought what we'd do today is just add some more bits and pieces to some of these. This is all you have to do. You could stop at this point and not add anything else. It's completely up to you. You can just put big pockets on. What I'm thinking is I might put a backing on these, and then I can make big pockets. So I may do that as well. Which one was I going to do? So we're going to choose one, and we're just going to do some more stitching on top. And any sort of stitching goes, whatever you want to do. So this blank space here is crying out to have something on it. So I have got some stamped images that I can put on. Where did I put them? You know, I've put them down somewhere. Or I have some extra. I've got all these extras here, see. I've got some that I've just stamped onto fabric on her. Look at this. I might put some of this on because it's so pretty. Oh, it's a stretchy one. Let's see if there was some more that wasn't stretchy. Here we go. This is a non-stretchy one. I'm going to put some of this on. I can never decide which way up lace goes. Just because it's just pretty. And I can tuck it in down there. Dawn, I'm using it. I'm using it already. And I've got some very dark blue, which I think is going to look a bit odd. But I might swap. I'm going to go for my white cotton for this one. This is just decorative. I could try and find something the same colour. That might be nice. Or nearer to that colour. I've got all my blues. See that? Or that one. That one's quite cool, isn't it? Okay, now I've finally got myself the right colour I want. I'm just going to tuck that little bit in there. And I'm going to come up just on the outside there. I could just stitch across. I might just stitch across there. And I know this is quite neat. And we don't usually do very neat, but it's not perfect by any stretch. And that's fine. And I'm just going to go up and down. I'll zoom in. You can see what I'm doing. Just using the lace, really, as a guide. I've got some extra. Always get extra, don't you? Little extras joining in. Just coming up and down so that the lace is attached, but you can't really see. And I think it'll look really pretty. And that's all you have to do. Just get your supplies and just keep adding until you're finished. So I just thought I'd come on this week and just do some more decorating, just to give you a few more ideas about how you can do your pages. Keep it flat. And plus, I don't want to go forging ahead. If you're not at this point yet, don't worry. I'm going to leave it a couple of weeks now until you all catch up and we've all got our pages ready. And then we're going to make some tags and pockets. No, in fact, let's make the pockets first, and then we can make tags afterwards when we know how many pockets we've made. And then we've got to put the book together. Oh, just so much. This is why I'm not going to do a lot of videos just doing this, because you are going to have your own way to do it. Which is exactly how it should be. And I'm just going to put a couple of stitches in that so it doesn't flop about. So grateful for Dawn for sending me the box of goodies, because this lace is just gorgeous. It's just so gorgeous. I'm not going to do the edge because I will be sewing a backing on, or another page, whichever. Haven't decided yet. Oh, do you know what? I think that might be covered by a pocket there. Let's do something here. Okay, so to make a rose, I believe that you have to make a five pointed like star. And I hope that I can get it quite even. Otherwise, your rose is a bit wonky. So we're just going to go round. That's 1, 2, maybe. Oops. I should have done a circle. That's what I should have done. 1, 2, 3. You've probably all done this before and you're going, Carol, you're doing it all wrong. Yeah, probably. But hey, doesn't matter, does it? And then we'll come out to here and go back in. And that will be your rose or wagon wheel. I think they call it a wagon wheel as well. And you have to have an odd amount, because what you do next, I've got completely the wrong needle because I've got quite a sharp needle. I may have to change it for a blunter needle, because what I'm doing now is I'm going to go in and out. So let's see if I've got a blunter needle. I know I've got some. That's a better one. So hopefully I've picked one with a big enough eye. Yes, just. So with a blunter needle, you weave. So over and under, like this. So over one, under the next, over that one. I'm going to have to keep turning it. So that one I've come under. So this one will be over. This one will be under. So then over, under. And you can see now why you need a sort of blunter needle. Not as blunt as I thought it was. The unders you catch underneath if you're not careful. And you just keep going round. And when you go round, because you're doing an odd amount, it changes every time. So you've got an under and then you've got an over. Under, over, Pepsi Cola. That was a skipping song, wasn't it? Back in the day. Back in the day. Under, over, under. And you'll see it turns into a really pretty little flower. It may not be a rose. Who knows what it's going to be? We don't know. We're just making pretty patterns. Keep it flat. When you get to the outside, you can do a bit of manipulating. Under, over. And you see you go under a different one every time you go round. Over. I'll just keep going. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting towards the end and I have changed colour. And I just finished what colour I was doing and just started with a different colour. And you can do that as well. And you might be able to tell that I didn't get my sticks, my stitches, all the right length. So I'm struggling with now because they're not the same length. So if you want to make perfect ones, then you may have to like draw them on or something. I'm not that fussed, so I'm gonna stop, and you just go underneath like that. And I've got no thread left, so we're just gonna do this and tie it up. Very, very time consuming and fiddly. So I'm only doing one, but I may do some more sort of maybe little French knots around the outside or some little lazy daisies, something like that. Now I have got, I can find it. Let's just pop this one on and we'll do some lazy daisies. I can't do these very well because they sort of end up flat. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong. So if anybody knows what I'm doing wrong, let me know in the comments. Because I don't seem to be able to make them like puffy. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to do these properly, how they're supposed to be done. But we're just going to try a few. So, in and up. Or is it the other way? I think it's this way. And then you just grab that loop like that. And then what I usually do is come down to hold that and come back to the centre and do another one. Now, I believe that's the way to do it. And that one actually worked, so very surprised. I surprise myself sometimes. And I'm just going to do, I think I'll do 4 and then I'll do them in between. So, grab my loop. That's a bit small, isn't it? Oh, I do have to keep turning it. I do apologise for keep turning it over and over. It's the way I stitch. And I think the trick is maybe not to pull too tight. Is that right? Pull it that way and then get your loop. Oh, you see it's twisting. No, we don't want you to twist. Come back. Let's try that again. We'll go. Hopefully that's it. See what I mean? Bit wobbly. Bit wonky. not to worry. I'll just keep practicing. You never know, I might get better. I'm sure I will. Practice, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Now grab the loop. And come back to the centre. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to go in the gaps now. Oh, it's working quite nicely. Back to the centre. You can do a bit of turkey stitch in the centre if you wanted to. Or, yeah, in a different colour, that would be nice. Like maybe a bit of a darker blue. I might try that in a second. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of what you can stitch on your book. But I'm sure you've got plenty of ideas. I quite like that as it is, so I'm going to tie that one off. I could put in another 2. Shall I do another? Just make it really pretty. Let's do another one there, because it looks a bit weird. Looks like I haven't finished it. Let's go in this gap here. And get the loop. Look at that. Anybody would think this was a tutorial. I'm doing quite well here. Oh, famous last words. Look what I've done. I've definitely pulled that too tight. So what can I do? I could just pull that a little bit looser and then ease that out of there, just because all my other petals are quite nice. If this one's a bit squishy, then it's going to have to be squishy. It's fine. Flowers aren't all exactly the same size anyway, are they? So, you know, we'll go with that. I think that's pretty. Now you can either do a bit of turkey work in the centre if you're doing a big flower, but I'm thinking actually a couple of French knots in the middle of there, or maybe a big French knot. That would be cool. And I've got, it's with this darker blue that might look quite nice. The same one that I've used in the centre there. So if I just do a little French knot in the centre. So needle through. Twiddly twiddly. Da-dip. And down. How pretty is that? I like that. And I'm going to finish it off because I want to do something else now. And I will carry on putting more flowers on. Maybe some of the flowers that we've already made, we can add into this book, if you've made them the right colour scheme for your book. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the bits we've done today. So this week's homework. Any of your blank pages that you haven't done some stitching on, have a little craft with me and let's get some stitching done. I'm loving this. So I'm well on my way. I hope you are too. If you've done a little book, you'll be way quicker than us because maybe your pages are only this big. So you'll be way out in front. But we were going to do a big one. I'm going to carry on and get some more done. But just so that you can see what sort of things I've done, just pop them on any old way. Do some stitching. Follow lines. Go over the top of the flowers. Whatever you want to do. This one just did waves on it. And we've got our pockets started already on there. So I'm loving them. I think they're just going to be so cute. And I think next time we will, hopefully we'll have done a few more pages and we can start making some pockets. So do join me for that. And I hope that you are enjoying making your book. Do let me know how far you've got. Are you keeping up or am I going too fast? Just let me know. And I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.